if you are watching the recording, and so grateful to be with you ones that are alive. I'm going to dive in and call in the light. Today, we are doing a deeper dive on what I call feeling for healing. I'm not going to talk too much about it right now. As you all know, I can use a lot of words because I just love self-healing, self-love, self-compassion so much. So I'm going to skip all the words, call in the light, and then dive in. And so I am asking us all to hold hands, truly feel that circle, feel that equality, that oneness, that connection. I just know that if we truly were to greet anyone in their truest essence, their innocent, original essence, the truth of who we all are, oh my Lord, we're just all so connected. We're all so the same. Oh, and so we get the extra added benefit of not just connecting with other beings, but those that have genuinely shown up in this life to let go of a lot of the blocks that hold us back from our brightness, our beauty, our loving. And so we are so grateful to be connected with like minds, like hearts, like souls. And we are so grateful for that. And together we have a greater ability to awaken to the light, to awaken to that clear inner connection that we could call God or spirit or love. And so we're here together to awaken as fully as we can to that we are connected to all wisdom, to innate intelligence, and to this energy that we could call grace or complete healing, radiant health. And so we are here to love and embrace our human form as fully as we can, so that this grace, this light, this healing may truly release any pattern, any old story, old judgment, any karma, negativity, imbalance, disease, absolutely anything in these lower psychic levels that are holding us back from a greater experience of who we are, of the greatness, the beauty of this life. We ask that that be cleared. And we just ask that only that which is for the highest good be allowed to take place throughout this whole session. For all of this, we're just so grateful. And so it is. And so we're gonna dive straight in. I will just quickly throw in the chat, and this will be in the email, the guide that may be helpful to have alongside. If it were me, I would just let go of the guide and truly just be present with my voice. And this process will all self-healing, right? It works best when the shit is hitting the fan. So we take advantage of it in any moment, right? It's bringing in loving to the places that need a little more loving is only ever going to help us refine and lift into greater loving. But we are going to call on a moment in our life when the shit has hit the fan. And it can be anywhere from a subtle shit hitting the fan through to, wow, there's quite an irrational experience going on. So just take a little bit of time to allow your soul just to pop in. What moment over the last few weeks, few months has really not felt very good? And as soon as I started to say this, a flash from last night popped in for me. So just trust those flashes, just trust what pops in as you're aware and paying attention. And we're gonna feel it. We're gonna really do our best to be so aware of this moment, and then we're going to like jump into our body. So do your best to be aware of what was going on, and you can start with the senses. Like, what were you seeing? What were the dynamics in that specific moment in time? So just let your body be there. Were you sitting? Were you standing? And what were you looking at? Just see that vision. You might be aware of what you were hearing. You might be aware of any sensing going on in your body, any smell, any taste. But now fully really let yourself be aware of what was happening in your physical body. And it might be very, very subtle. And if you're not aware of anything, make it up. There will be a divine reason of why you make up something and not something else. Truly trust that. So in this moment, it's challenging. Just be aware of what's going on in your body. And we're going to really bring our awareness to it and just keep turning that awareness up. And we're going to start by what color, what texture, what movement are we aware of? And so wherever you are, feeling that in the body, anywhere from just tightness in your shoulders, a pit in your stomach, maybe just kind of like frenetic energy everywhere, but whatever you're aware of physiologically as a sensation in your physical body, just be aware of color, texture, and movement. And if it doesn't pop in, if you're not aware, make it up. And so in service to this process, we're also going to let ourselves just exaggerate this dynamic. It may have been quite subtle. And honestly, a lot of this goes on unconsciously. So often we're only consciously aware of that tip of the iceberg. So just letting ourselves consciously expand that can be helpful. But just really be aware of what's going on in your body and exaggerate it. I'm aware of like a tightening down, a closing, like a hardness, like a gray, stiff wall in my heart that kind of started to form over. And so I'm just going to exaggerate it and kind of be aware that that's a real thing in my body just in this moment. And so really allow that dynamic to be so fully present. And now we're going to embrace it, shifting our focus from the experience in our body to the huge heart that we are, so that we can welcome it, roll out the red carpet, truly do whatever we need to in our consciousness to accept, to embrace, to release any resistance from the fact that this is inside, this is an experience. I love to say, I see you, I love you, I hear you, I see you, I love you. I have so much time for you. I have so much space for you. Whatever you need to do to really bring in softness and a connection and embrace of this experience in your body. And now we can do this either inwardly or in writing. Both can work wonderfully. We're going to go to the second E, which is express. And now is the time where all rules and just absolutely everything goes out the window. With an uncensored voice, we just get to express from this energy. and to allow the exaggeration of this energy in service to truly flushing it up and out. So we're just going to have a couple of minutes just to express this. And again, it's not what our head, our mind might say about what's going on. It's truly this energy. So feel this energy, like really feel that. And from that feeling, if that feeling had a voice, what would it say? So if it's sad, it's going to sound sad and speak through that voice. If it's hard, like that's in my heart right now, it's hard, it's critical, it's so for a couple of minutes, just let that voice, no rules, let it speak, express it. Either just let it be spoken inwardly in your consciousness or write it down. And if you are aware of this energy morphing, go with it, but let it keep expressing for about another minute. Let it change if it changes, but let it keep expressing. And so just allowing whatever is being expressed to complete, allow that thought just to be completed in this moment. And we are now going to lift into the part of us that has been listening, has been holding, has been receiving the expression of this energy. And we're very simply just going to reflect back to this essence, to this experience inside of us, what we just heard. And we're not going to fix it, to solve it, to change anything, but we're truly just from our huge loving heart, just going to communicate to this part what we just heard. Pure comprehension. So just spend a little bit of time summarizing that, telling that part what you just heard. You can write it down or speak it silently. So just completing that, just being aware. Was that energy inside of you able to feel that, like receive a little bit of understanding, really feel a little more understood? But in this moment, we ask this feeling inside, what do you need? And we bring in that loving, but we allow that experience inside to fully answer, what do you need? Not from our head, but from that feeling inside. What do you need? Let it speak, uncensored. Answer that question for a little bit. And so if what has come present is an inner experience that you can give to yourself, to this little one inside, please start doing that. Please respond and start to meet them, give them whatever it is that they need. But if what your little one needs is something outside in the physical world, or is something that is outside in some way, ask them, and how is it that you think that you'll feel? What's the inner experience you're looking for if that happens? Right? Let them imagine if that happened, if they got that they need, let them feel, what is it that they really need? What do they want to experience inside of them? Now, whatever that inner experience is, give that to them, because that's who you are. You're loving. Your oneness can give them this experience, and use your divine imagination, your intuition, a clear intention, whatever you need. But for the next minute or so, we're going to pick up this little one inside and viscerally, tangibly give them the loving, give them the experience they need. And as we continue to do this, often what comes present through this experience is a very clear sense of an actual younger one that relates to what's going on right now. So whatever age of little one, younger you comes present, if they ever felt this way, if they ever needed this, let's really piggyback on top of this and just pick them up as well. Can you pick up little you at whatever age you find yourself in this moment, and give yourself this experience again? Imagination, intention, whatever intuitive vision you're seeing. But really flood yourself. Truly Go to the parallel universe where this little you exists. Create this so fully so that it's more real than this level. We'll have a little bit of time. And so now, with your little one, with whatever energy is present in your body, and your younger one, all together, just holding them close, all together, we're just going to do a little bit of self-forgiveness. Not through thinking, but just really starting to say this sentence inwardly or write it down, but without any pause in between. No thinking. We're just going to complete this sentence with whatever comes up. It might relate to what you've been experiencing. It might not. Often the jumps between what our emotions are experiencing and how it helps us track into the unconditional judgments and old pain, it isn't actually consciously obvious, but just trust whatever comes up. We're going to say, I forgive myself for buying into the misbelief that, and then just whatever comes next. Keep on saying that. I forgive myself for buying into the misbelief that. Keep completing that statement for the next little bit. And just be aware of the bottom line. We're going to both anchor the forgiveness and then expand into the truth. So just a final couple of I forgive myself for buying into the misbelief that. One more, I forgive myself for buying into the misbelief that. Now receive the truth. And the truth is that I am. And the truth is that. Really let yourself feel and claim your truth. The truth is that. And so now we're just going to complete with our body and with anything that we might relate to as an inner child, a younger self, little ones inside. Really, the words don't matter at all, but we're going to complete by just picking up ourself. Really experience who you are as one with God, as that huge loving heart, that masterful healing essence. And just really pick up younger you, just whatever is present, just pick it all up. And just love it any way you'd like. Do whatever comes present, but just really fill yourself with loving, with compassion, with so much sweetness and appreciation. And so as we complete with our beautiful body and inner children, we're just going to ask them for any final words of wisdom. Is there anything that they have for us? Anything they want us to know? Just really feel into them. Any words of wisdom they have, receive it. Huge hugs. Tell yourself, your inner child, you'll see them later, you love them. Complete for now. We do ask that whole spirit, that highest good, just serve all aspects of our humanity, our consciousness, being filled with light, with love, with completion for the highest good. And we do anchor in gratitude for this experience of just how much loving we are, how much loving we have, and just the profound power of our loving. For all of this, we say thank you. And so it is. Alrighty. So for those watching the recording, I will continue to come back to those 4 steps, the feeling for healing model. Honestly, there are probably a billion iterations just in those 4 steps from me, because whenever I go through this, bringing in my loving can mean so many things. Just as a mother is never given a guidebook of how to love, right? There is also no finite list of things that we can do to really love ourselves when we find that heart, that core. And it was just a very, very small dive on that inner child experience. But in either the expressing phase or what do you need phase, what I love to really be aware of as I'm going through these steps is just any visions from childhood that pop in that I don't put there, that it's like as I'm feeling that pain or whatever goes, if a little Zoe, if a flash, and the more that I'm aware of that and just paying attention, the more they do pop in. It's just such a gift to then also trust yourself as the mother, the divine feminine that you are. And it doesn't matter if it seems like it relates to what's going on, but how fully can we pick up that little self, pick up that younger us, and truly just do whatever is intuitive, trust our divine feminine, trust our loving. Yes, we've got some cool techniques, but really standing in our own authority of trusting our loving in the present moment is everything. So it's quite a linear little model, but really it's just a springboard into who we are, who you are as love, as healing grace, as God, as that energy that is never going to have a fucking good word for it. So I'll complete. I love you all. Thank you. See you all soon.